Okay, hello everyone. I'm right here at the bus station, getting ready to go back to Ohio, and I'm live. And they're going to load 10 minutes early. I guess they're going to load at 11:30, and then we're going to leave at 11:40 on schedule. I guess that's the way it's going to work. Ah, boy. Okay. What do we got going on here?
Yeah, that wouldn't do you no good. No, I'm going out there for work, bro.
Oh yeah, Joyce. I'm headed back to Ohio. I've been in Oklahoma for the last 6 weeks, and my brother-in-law passed away um, 2 weeks ago, and I opted to stay an extra 2 weeks to help my nephews get through the hardship of losing their father. And now it's time for me to head back. I've had fun. Oklahoma is definitely a nice state. I used to live here, and I am thinking about coming down and living here eventually. But yeah, thank you. Oh, I'm doing fine. Doing real well. So, yeah. Good morning, Jane. It's nice to see you here. I got full screen. I don't really have a picture on the on the okay. I don't know how to shrink the screen so I can see the chat. This is the first time I went live. I've gone live on mobile. I just crossed over the 50 mark, so I could about 2 days ago, 3 days ago, something like that. And so now I can, and this is great. I would have loved to have gone live when I was fishing, but I couldn't do it because I didn't have 50. And it looks like it's going to be a nice day. Let me turn the camera around so I can give you a look at what's going on. I've been looking at my face long enough. I'm sitting here right at the door, and they're going to load at 11:30 Central Time. And I'll be on the... I had to take the bus because when I was trying to come back on the train, there was a strike. So I had to I had to change my ticket from train to bus. Oh yeah, it's nice and sunny and hot. It's going to be like 93 or 94 up here in Oklahoma, and it's actually a nice heat because it's kind of like a dry heat. It's not so it's easier to take than say if it was 90 some degrees in Ohio. Boy, that would really be hot because it's so humid back here. But here it's not so bad. I mean, it's still hot, but it's really not too bad. And then everything inside is air conditioned, so makes it kind of nice. Anyhow, oh, are you Jane? Are you in Ohio? You're in Ohio, right? Has it been raining any back here and back east? Uh huh. How's the weather been back in Ohio? Am I gonna come back to some rain or some sunshine? I'm gonna miss this. I'm gonna miss this sunshine out here. Okay, cool. If everything goes well, I'll be back in Ohio around 4:30 to 5 tomorrow afternoon. This evening. Okay. Well, that's nice. The bus that I am going to be in Ohio will take me to Piketon and drop me off at Piketon, Ohio. And then my sister will be either there waiting on me or she'll come and pick me up, take me back to Sauter County. Then I'm going to go get my car and resume living in Ohio until the next vacation, which if everything goes well with that, it'll be in November, early December. November. I'll be going back up to Minnesota with my other two sisters. Yes, I did. Yeah. When I first came out to Oklahoma, I came out to sort of kind of help take care of him. He was on his deathbed then, and then it took the entire month, last month, for him, because he was on his deathbed about 2 weeks before I got down here. So he was in a real slow downfall, about 6 weeks. And right there at the last, we feared that he was going to pass away, and I wouldn't be able to go to his funeral. So I opted to move my return trip to the 14th of September. I was going to come back on August 29th, and well, he passed away. He passed away about 3 hours after I'd changed the train schedule, and I went to his funeral that Friday, which would have been about, I think, the 27th, and then it's like, well, I could have just went home when I was supposed to, but then I'd only had about a day or two to visit after the funeral. So I said, well, I've already changed it to 2 weeks out, so I'm going to be here for an extra 2 weeks. Well, it took me a couple weeks to help help my nephews kind of cope with the loss of their father, and it made them feel better. They were happy that I opted to stay an extra 2 weeks to be with them, be with their dad, and be with them. And my nephews they're twins, and one twin took it quite well, and the other twin didn't take it so well. He took it a little harder. So. And then I've been staying with my sister, and she takes care of 2 of her grandchildren that are now adults, but one's an MR. She's 29, but she thinks she's 13. So the whole time that I've been here, I've referred to her as a child, which she is. She's a child. And my sister had to drop me off because she was acting up, because she didn't want me to leave. Oh yeah, they are. They was happy that I stayed. They appreciated it. They were very, very, very grateful. It made them feel better that I stayed with them. So I really can't see how many's in the room. But I may go live again on the periodic stops that we're making. But actually, according to the train schedule, the bus was cheaper, and it also is going to get me back to Ohio about almost a full day sooner. So yeah, I'm hoping it's a reasonably new bus, so the seats are going to be comfortable. And I really enjoyed my time out here. I plan on coming back next spring to give them another visit. We'll see how that goes. Yes, I will, Jane. I certainly will. Yep. I'll let you know. Yes, I will.
On 7303. That's a $60 charger.
I tried to get back to the button. Remember when you didn't take it?
No, I don't remember why we're gonna want to take it.
I don't know why you didn't take it, but you did. I'm pretty good at the button. I wonder what you want.
It can be that way, yes, Jane. This will probably be no exception. There's going to be several stops on the way. So, yeah, there'll be a few stops. I think there's going to be like a little over a 2-hour layover in Tulsa. And then there's going to be a layover in St. Louis. And then there will be a small layover in Cincinnati. And then all the rest of them are just stop and pick up and drop offs. Like my stop in Ohio is going to be, it's just a stop, drop me off. And if they've got somebody they can pick up, they pick somebody up and go on. There's really no station. It's just like it's on the outside of a pharmacy. Pharmacy allows them to drop off people and pick people up there. Yeah, it's gonna be different. It's gonna be nice. I took the bus going to Asheville and back, and the trip down to Asheville wasn't really so bad, but the trip back from Asheville, this is Asheville, North Carolina. We went all the way to Atlanta, Georgia, and then my exchange bus took off before we got there. And so then they took us all the way back to North Carolina, back to, I think it was like Winston-Salem or wherever that was. And then they took us someplace else. It took a little extra time to get home that time because of that. Then when I came back from, last time I came back from Minnesota, they had missed the exchange train, missed it. So I stayed in a hotel for 2 days in Chicago on Amtrak's dime. It cost them, I think it cost them like $230 for each day. And there was maybe about 150 people. 2.5 busloads full of people that they had to keep for 2 days and feed. So that was nice. I thought, well, it's a delay, but you know, I'm a retired fella, so I'll go ahead and I'll take the 2 days in a hotel. Man, I was up on I was in this hotel that was like on the 20 some floor. And I looked down at the parking lot and the people, and they looked like little ants walking around. That was how high I was up in the hotel. But that was a nice hotel. I enjoyed it. But the bus, Greyhound bus, is not as accommodating. Their claim to fame is they don't like keep people over for very long. So that if they'll take them back to where they came from, or they'll send them someplace else. But they really don't want people staying in their station for like a day and a half, 2 days. But on a bad trip, you could be on the Greyhound bus for 3 or 4 days before you can get to where you're going. So I brought plenty of snacks. I hope I brought enough, if that happens. Yeah, it's a good idea, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. I hit the Dollar Tree before I got here. Bought a bunch of snacks from there. But yeah. And I brought minimal water. You really don't want to drink a lot of water on the bus. You just want to take a sip every once in a while. And I brought a canister of sanitation wipes, and then I got a little thing of alcohol in my pocket to sanitize the toilet with when I have to go to the bathroom. That's pretty bad. Every time you go to the bathroom, you got to clean the toilet.
Going to Tulsa, Joplin, Springfield, St. Louis, Indianapolis, Pittsburgh, Philly, Ohio, New Jersey, New York. Hey, that's a lot. London, Dock 3, please.
Dock 3. Well, I'm going to close this one up, folks. So thanks for visiting my live room, and I will talk to everybody later. There we go.